Good evening, this is Alex, Chief Strategic Officer at ECLUB Trading Limited. Welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for joining us on Instagram, on YouTube. So let's get down to it. First of all, please read our disclaimer. You can find it at the bottom of the YouTube page, or you can go straight to our website www.eclubtrading.com. You can subscribe to our free content. You will get these videos straight to your email. You will get the daily charts, or you can choose one of our plans, the daily game plan, which is a great way to get you engaged for the day, to know your charts and your levels, our portfolio and what we are looking at, or the weekly newsletter, which is a comprehensive analysis of all the sectors and stock within it, and also crypto market. So inside day, like we mentioned in the morning game plan, we were a bit extended in the SPYs. We had an inside day, lower low, lower high, nothing great for the SPYs, 441.31 pivot support for tomorrow, 442.80 pivot resistance, all-time high 442.94. All in all, lots of talk about inflation again, tapering and so on. If it's going to be September, if it's going to be December, it's going to be at some point. It depends how much the market already priced it in or not. This is the big question. It's not whether it's going to happen or not. It is going to happen. It depends when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, how big it's going to be, and also whether if it's priced in or not already. So for tomorrow, SPYs are building nicely here. This is a nice bull flag for the SPYs. We'll see if in the next few days we can build in here and then take out this 442.94, which we'll see which sectors can help us do that. Now let's move over to the Qs. The Qs were in a bit of a pickle from Friday. They closed poorly. They have been on sale after the strong jobs report, but today they touched the 8-day, they regrouped nicely, 367.39 pivot support for tomorrow, 369.27 pivot resistance. We're just below the all-time high. We're building nicely in here. Tech did not fall apart. Some stocks within the sector are acting better as always, some are not. It depends how much leeway you want to give to some of them and how committed you are to them. This is not the best time to have a huge portfolio, to be long lots of stocks. This week we have an important inflation reading on Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes as well. Now let's look at the small caps. Small caps again got rejected at the 50-day, 221.21. They just touched the 8-day and 21-day, but they were rejected at the 50-day. So 221.21 pivot support, 239.19. 223.19, sorry, pivot resistance. Nothing special. They're just building in here in this tight pattern chart. They need to get above this one, 225.21, to show some strength. When they're gonna do that, you're gonna see some of the small stocks moving a lot higher from here. XLF, the financials, they were a big win for us. Why were they a big win? We got long the XLF in this channel here through some call options. Then we had a gap up on the strong job numbers, and we said that today we will buy a dip. We bought a dip in JP Morgan, and after we trimmed some of our calls for the XLF, we had 37 calls, so we trimmed as we reached 38.14. It's always difficult to buy strength in the financial sector, so it's better to try and buy a dip versus a level. The level was the gap. The gap point, which was 37.45, so it held that one, and now your pivot resistance is 38.14 for tomorrow. So far so good for the financial sector. We'll see how it will go further from here. Again, if inflation numbers are very high, if the report is very hot on Wednesday, we might get another push from this sector. 38.60 is the all-time high. We'll see if we get there and how we're gonna get there. JP Morgan was a really nice trade for us. We bought here in pre-market, gapped up, and today it gave us an opportunity to buy a dip, and we sold some, and we're still involved because it kept more than half of this candle intact. So far so good for JP Morgan. Next big resistance, 159.16. We'll see if we get there and how we're gonna get there as well. Apple, nothing special, but the chart is getting very tight. We're still below the 8-day, somewhere here in no man's land, 145.52. If you want to be long Apple, if you believe in Apple and you want to give it more space, you can be long versus this level, 142.54, if you can afford to be long versus that, or you can keep a tight stop around 144.60. This is also a level here. Apple needs to show some strength and some leadership. It tried to today, it went green a couple of times, but it did not manage to hold any of those gains. We still have some call options for the end of this week and for next week, the 146 calls for this week and the 150s for next week if Apple decides to make a run. We'll see how that goes and we'll keep you updated. Microsoft was our big bet for a new all-time high, and it managed to do that pre-market and again during the market hours. So we trimmed some, and after we got stopped out because this looked like a failed breakout. Why was it a failed breakout? It went above this prior high 290.15 all the way to 291.55, then it got rejected and it closed really weak. For tomorrow, still above the 8-day, but nothing special for Microsoft. If it were any good, it should have kept above this level 290.15. We'll see if it will try again tomorrow, or if it will drift lower towards the 21-day. So keep in mind, when a stock tries to make an all-time high, it goes above it and then retraces beneath it. This is not a sign of strength. This is rather a sell than a buy at this moment. But we made good money with Microsoft. We bought in here, we added here. Today we trimmed pre-market, we added some at the open, and we trimmed more around 291.55, and then we got stopped out because we put in stop losses, which help us protect our capital. Facebook, building a nice bull flag here. This was your day one. This is a nice consolidation for Facebook. 360.75 is your pivot support for tomorrow. It's above all the moving averages. Still lots of momentum in this stock. 365.78 pivot resistance. This is a big level for Facebook here around 366. If it manages to get above that, then it has some room to the all-time high around 377. Google showed some strength today. If you remember the chart, we put it in the morning game plan as well. It touched the 8-day 27.06, then it pushed above this important level 27.27 to a high of 27.43. The all-time high is just a bit further away, 27.65. Google looks like the next big tech looking to make an all-time high. We'll see how it gets there, and we might add as it will try to get above it. We'll see how it goes. Google is a bit more difficult to trade. This is why we prefer usually Apple and Microsoft. It has big spreads, so it's a bit more difficult to trade, but you could have been long today since you knew this level, 27.27. You could have been long Google for a nice 16-point move. AMD was a great trade for us, even though the chart doesn't look great here. 1706, it drifted even lower. How did we play AMD? We played AMD for a reversal. It had 2 big days down from 122.49. Today it opened around where did it open? It opened 111.31, then it drifted to 108, and we bought some AMD when it tried to go green, when it reclaimed this 109.70 for a push to 112.33. I tweeted to you guys about this. This was a nice calculated 2.5 points in AMD. We made our money, then we put our exit, our stop loss at this level 110.33. It should have held this one if it were any good. It did not hold this one. So this is the type of market in which you have to be very selective. You have to know your levels, you have to book your profits and run away when the trade changes. This is a big red candle for AMD, so the trade definitely changed for this name. It was extremely extended here. Now it's flirting with its 8-day. If it's losing this 8-day, there is a gap to be filled all the way to 100 where its 21-day is. We might try it again tomorrow if it opens below this one or it goes below it and then it tries to reclaim it. This is a very nice reversal trade, and you catch some of the shorts unprepared, so they have to cover their positions. So like this you can profit and make some money, but be sure to exit, especially if it shows any weakness relative to its sector. Tesla was a great grab on Friday. We knew about the maximum pain for Tesla. That was around 697. So we decided to buy some call options. We did not want to go with the stock long over the weekend. So we bought the 705 calls and we also had the 720 calls for this week. Today we gapped up. It managed to hold the gap. So 705.13 is your pivot support for tomorrow. 719.03 is the pivot resistance. Tesla is forming here a very nice tight pattern, and if it's any good, it should take out this 726.94 in the coming days. Our options are working great so far, so we'll see how it goes in the next few days. Coin was one of our biggest winners in the last few weeks. We bought options in here on this day one. We bought options for earnings, which are tomorrow. We bought the 260 by 270, and today look where we are. We also had some stock, and today we managed to get as high as 282. This was a great win. Just to give you an idea, we paid for each contract $100, and today we sold them for $700. So that's 7 times your money. If you follow ECLUB Trading, go to our website www.eclubtrading.com, subscribe to either some of our free products or to the morning game plan or the weekly newsletter, so you can manage to profit from our experience and from the trades that we do. All in all, here Coinbase is a bit extended. Tomorrow it has earnings. We just kept 25% of our call options into earnings. We do not take ever stock into earnings. You don't know how it's going to react. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But this has been a really nice trade for us. How did we approach it? We knew about the B World conference. We saw crypto stronger. Coin wasn't doing much in here, so we decided to buy some call options. We knew that earnings were coming, so we decided maybe it will have a pre-earnings run, and this was a great calculated move, which paid handsomely. Bitcoin, big winner for us again. Today we bought a dip around the 8-day because we sold here, we sold strength in the weekend, and today we managed to buy a dip, and it gave us a new high in this area. This is a nice cup and handle. Let me just show you. This is a nice cup and handle. So this is the cup, and this is the handle. Maria will show you now. Yeah. So this is the cup and handle for Bitcoin. Starts from here. This is the shape of a cup, and here you have the handle. So usually once you get a cup and handle pattern, you will go much higher than here, but you have to trim along the way. You have to know prior resistance points, prior support, and so on. So the next big resistance level for Bitcoin is around 47,000. We're still involved in our Coinbase Pro account and also through mini futures in our interactive brokers account. So far so good for crypto. Ethereum, similar. I tweeted to you guys yesterday. We sold above 3,100. We bought today a dip around 2,900, and we are still involved with Ethereum. It is acting very well, but it was a bit extended here. It looked like a double top reversal. Today it dipped as low as 28.93, then managed to regroup. We added around 29.50, and it gave us a nice cash flow trade. Next big resistance for Ethereum, 33.55. Thank you so much for watching us. I hope you enjoy what we are doing. I hope you made some money today. It wasn't the easiest day to trade, but if you follow eClub Trading, you have the confidence to make your next trade. Please subscribe to our services, and see you all tomorrow. Thank you again.
Noi am avut 6 aici.